Coach Otto Addo yesterday released a 23-man squad for Ghana's upcoming games against Nigeria and possibly Trinidad and Tobago or Jamaica in the Unity Cup. And Ghana's first game will be played tomorrow at the GTEC Stadium or the Brentford Community Stadium in Brentford, and that's the home ground of Brentford Football Club. And the Black Stars will be playing against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And ahead of the tournament, a lot of us were waiting for the squad to be released, but Otto Addo had to fine-tune a few things before finally delivering the squad. But after delivering the squad, some of us have now realized why it takes quite a long time for the Black Stars squad list to be published or any other national team squad list to be published. And it has become increasingly worrying that post the release of a squad, our concentration is heavy on players who have been called up. We do not speak about the qualities they bring to the team. We do not speak about the possible reasoning behind the coach's selection, but we go all out criticizing the coach for calling player A and not calling player B. That is what we've consistently done. And I think that it's time we give Otto Addo a break. It's time we give Otto Addo a break. Otto Addo is the head coach of the senior national team. Not journalists, not me, not you listening to me. Coach Otto Addo is paid to take decisions with regard to who plays for the senior national team. And he should be given a break. He should be allowed to do his work. Whatever conspiracy theories we may have, whatever, conclusions we may have drawn, whatever permutations we may have made, whatever lines we would have connected, whatever dots we would have connected, whatever lines we would have drawn, let it end there. We are not the coaches of the teams. Otto Addo released a 23-man squad yesterday. And instead of us thinking about the positives around the team, we have been heavy on why player A hasn't been called, why Partey hasn't been called, why Kudus is not playing. Yesterday, the Ghana Football Association, after releasing the squad, had to release another statement detailing why certain players have not been invited. Really? Should they be doing that? They shouldn't be. But because of criticism of the players that have been called. So yesterday, Ghana Football Association told us Thomas Partey and Michael Bedu have been given a break by the head coach. Kudus Mohamed, Antoine Semenyo, Elisha Owusu, Ransford, Yeboah, Koningsdorfer have minor knocks. Abdul Manaf Nuruddin, Abdul Mumin, Tariq Lamte, Alidu Seidu, Ernest Nuyama, Daniel Kofitre, Abdul Fattah Isaaku, Inaki Williams are all injured. Jonas Ajete has to play on 1st June in the Swiss Cup final for his club FC Basel. Joseph Pencil, Osman Bukari are playing in the MLS, which is currently ongoing. Jerome Opoku, Kingsley Schindler, Alexander Jiku have not been released by their Turkish clubs. They had to go all the way to explain because a lot of people have been critical of Otto Addo's squad. But ladies and gentlemen, we must not forget that most of these players who are not in the squad do not have anything to prove to this team at this point. For us, the spectators, for us, the fans, we know what Thomas Partey can do to the national team. We know what he can do in the national team as a player. We know the quality of Kudus Mohamed. We know the quality of Antoine Semenyo. We know the quality of Abdul Fattah Isaaku. We know the quality of most of the players who are not part of this team. If Otto is using this friendly game as a platform to assess some other players, what is our problem? What is our problem? Why should we be up in arms mentioning names of players who have not been invited? And in fact, I've heard the argument being made that, this tournament should have been a tournament for local-based players, home-based stars. Indeed, there are home-based stars in this squad. The quality home-based stars the coach feels would be good enough for his team, he has invited them. And I know for a fact that some other local-based players or home-based players did not make it to this tournament because of visa issues. So, if Benjamin Asare is in the squad, if Kwame Opoku is in the squad, if Razak Sinsim is in the squad, if Kamaradini of Midiama is in the squad, These are some of the best local players we know. And rightly so, if they have been called up, they deserve to be there. Again, a case has been made against Afenajan. Look, Ghanaians have been very, very unfair to Felix Afenajan. When Jose Mourinho decided not to allow this boy to play for the national team because he was young, a lot of us criticized Jose Mourinho. But this young boy sacrificed his career that early to start playing for the national team when the number 3 shirt, when we played against Nigeria. That single qualifier that got us, those 2-legged qualifiers that got us to Qatar. That young boy played. And since then, we all know what has happened to his career. If the coach wants to give the boy another opportunity, because he's young, to resurrect his career, especially with the national team, why not? The boy showed potential when we invited him to play against Nigeria. If he's part of this squad, and so what? Why should we be worried? Shouldn't he be given the opportunity to show what he's worth one more time? Again, players like Aziz Issa. We all know Aziz Issa and his contribution to Dreams FC when they played in the CAF Confederation Cup. He was undoubtedly one of the best players in that tournament. Undoubtedly. CAF named him in the team of the tournament before he moved to Barca B. Unfortunately, the young man hasn't had lots of opportunities to prove his worth at Barcelona. But without doubt, when this young man was playing in the local league, we saw his quality. We saw him play for the under-20 in the just ended tournament in Egypt. And everybody would attest to the fact that he's a good player. If Otto has given this young boy, who can be considered one for the future, an opportunity to join the national team and learn a few things, should we be concerned? Should we be worried? Should we be overly critical of some of these names because he plays for Dreams FC and the president of the FA is Keto Kreku and he owns the club Dreams FC? Should that be the argument? Should we ignore the quality of this boy and hang him to dry because he's affiliated to Keto Kreku? Let's not do this. Let's not be doing things like this. It is very unnecessary. Look, besides, the countries we are going to play against, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Ademola Lookman is not in the squad. Boniface is not in the squad. Victor Osimhen is not in the squad. Ola Aina is not in the squad. Trust Ekong is not in the squad. Lots of players are not in this Super Eagles squad. But they are supposed to put together a team to represent Nigeria at this tournament. Who is talking? Why are we not critical of the Nigerians for not bringing their star players? But we are critical of the FA for not taking our star players to this tournament. Don't we know what Kudus can do? Don't we know what some of the best players in this team can do? Otto Addo is using this game as an opportunity to look at other players who can come in and play different roles in the team. Should that be too difficult for us to understand? You see, it's high time we stopped the unnecessary criticism. It's high time we started giving our coaches the benefit of doubt. Give them the benefit of the doubt because they are the handlers of the team. On match day, if they fail to perform, we will go after them. But when they name their squads, when they announce the players they think will do battle for them, let us give them the free hand to work. I have seen interesting additions to this squad. Look, this young man who plays for Union Saint-Gilloise, Mohamed Gaddafi Fuseni, this season alone, if you look at the forward line of the Black Stars, take Semenyo out. He has the highest goals in terms of Ghanaian players playing abroad. He's never played for the national team. Mohamed Gaddafi Fuseni, he's never played, but he scored as many as 9 goals this season for Union Saint-Gilloise. Coach Otto Addo deems it fit to bring in this boy because he has goals in him. Shouldn't we be given the opportunity to at least watch this boy play for the Black Stars when especially our problem has been goal scoring? Shouldn't we look at this boy? Look, it's high time we stop doing some of these things. It's unnecessary. Very, very, very unnecessary. Coach Otto Addo has named the squad for the Unity Cup. A very decent squad. And Coach Otto Addo has his own expectations of this team. Let us leave him to go and play. And let us stop being unnecessarily overcritical of selections coaches would make for national teams, whether it's under 17, whether it's under 20, whether it's under 19, whether it's the senior national team. Let us leave coaches to do their job. If you want to coach, apply for the Black Star job, apply for any national team job, and go and take the job and do. Enough is enough. Give Otto Addo a break and give the FA a break. Thank you very much.